family and friends of Ken Ward. Although we are sad on this day with the passing of our dear friend Ken, today is more of a celebration of life, and with Ken's life, there is a lot to celebrate. We all have our special memories of Ken, but if I could, I would like to remember Ken as I knew him. Now, all of you knew Ken, so you know he was a man of few words. And I will try to carry that tradition on of being a man of few words myself. But there's some things about Ken that must be said. Ken was fiercely loyal to his family, his country, and his friends. When I met Ken at the American Legion in Washington, D.C., you could feel the camaraderie and the friendship that he projected to everybody he talked to. He was always positive and willing to help out veterans in any way he could. I was not surprised to hear that Ken was an officer with numerous veterans organizations within the area. And I remember one day talking to Ken about retirement. And it was just over a beer, real casual in the Legion, that kind of thing. Well, lo and behold, within 6 months of that discussion, we both wound up buying homes and moving out here to Las Vegas. Well, it didn't take long for Ken to establish himself in the community. He joined and volunteered to perform services for the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Disabled American Veterans, and several military aviation organizations. And may I say, especially for the family members who don't know it, I know you see a lot of gentlemen here with either green shirts on or red shirts on, and the gentlemen in the red shirts are the Red River Valley Fighter Pilots Association, of which Ken was so proud to be a member. And the green shirts and a few of the yellow shirts that are here are representative of the Order of the Medallions of World War I instituted pilot organization. Ken also was a long-time and very active member in both organizations. And on his arrival here in Las Vegas, Ken also joined this wonderful church, where he came to praise the Lord and was always available to help others. And something that was special to me at a time when young people were in need of mentors and examples of leadership, it was Ken who stood up and volunteered to student teach and be a mentor at some of the school activities out at Nellis Air Force Base. I was so overwhelmed to see it because Ken did this at the age of 80. He was going out and doing this. He was a true example of never giving up the ship. When notification of Ken's passing was made, it was gratifying to see the many responses that came in from all over the country. Florida, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Texas, California, and other locations. But there is one letter that came in from Ken's dear friends Joe and Georgia Otto, who are now living in Texas, and sent a letter that I would like to read to you at this time. From Joe and Georgia. Good friends are the priceless treasures of one's life. Among our friends, Ken and Jan are very, very special. They are among the diamonds of our lives. Georgia and I met Ken and Jan when we moved to Las Vegas and became active in the Las Vegas Red River Valley Fighter Pilots Association. We met, we talked, and soon found out that we had a lot in common. Flying backgrounds and experiences, lifestyles, marriages, families, travels. Some people are just easy to love. We are military brothers and great friends socially. It has been a blessing and joy for us these many years to share birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, dinners, and evenings in between with them. We had walked a mile in each other's shoes and shared so many things. We always felt as close as family. Freedom is not free. The freedom of our country has always been dependent on warriors who put country above self. Ken was one of those men. Ken Ward served our great country as an outstanding Air Force officer, command pilot, and true warrior for many years. Duty, honor, country had real meaning for him. I write these words with tears in my eyes and running down my cheeks. Ken was a good, God-fearing man and a dear and wonderful friend. Georgia and I deeply miss him and will honor his memory and never forget his special place in our lives. There is good news. For his final flight, his flight plan was to fly west with God as his co-pilot and his final destination as heaven. He is in good hands and among friends. He has joined the eternal formation with those who have gone before and who will forever enjoy blue skies and following winds. God bless Ken Ward, God bless Jan Ward, and God bless America. Joe and Georgia Auto. In closing, I will always think of Ken as a great American. He always praised the Lord and was unwavering in his loyalty to his family, his country, and his friends. God bless you, Ken Ward, as your journey continues.